Canada, Clavel.
Fight can potentially satisfy the 147-pound mandatory, or is there no way that the rules allow for him to fight above the weight without the title on the line and still satisfy the mandatory?
Well, it will be an official WBC event. That is certain. I don't want to speculate. I just want to see the fight take place. The other ranked fighters, Ortiz, he is committed to another organization. So there is no hurry right now. Let's see what happens in the fight, and then we will assess once we have all the facts of what happened inside the ring.
So my only issue is that what if the unthinkable, I don't want to call it unthinkable because it's boxing, but obviously Errol Spence is a heavy favorite. But if he loses, Keith legitimately was the mandatory, but the belt's not on the line. What happens? Do you even know, or is that something that
Yeah, it has to be with the decision of not only the winner, but both fighters, if they are going to continue in 154 or come back to 147. So that is the main topic. After the fight, maybe Spence decides to stay in 154. Thurman maybe decides to stay 154. We will see what happens.
Very interesting. Jose Sulaiman says they will assess things after the fight. So it's a possibility that Errol Spence could do a mandatory for his 147-pound belt at 154 pounds. Like Ned said, Spence is a heavy favorite in this fight, and I expect Spence to stop Thurman. But if Thurman wins the fight, it's also a possibility that he'll be rewarded a 147-pound belt. And the haters talk about Canelo getting his way with these organizations. If Spence is able to do this, fight at 154 pounds, defending a 147-pound title, Canelo has nothing on Errol Spence. You heard the clip yourself. Jose Sulaiman wouldn't say yes or no. What he said was, this is a WBC event, and we'll take a look at things after the fight is over. Meaning, this could be a mandatory for Spence at 154, even though the title's at 147. Incredible. And I'd like to apologize. I said Jose Sulaiman. I meant to say Mauricio Sulaiman. If Spence wins, I hope he does what he says he was going to do. Fight Keith Thurman, and then spin the block and make the fight with Crawford. But the wild card in the whole plan, I didn't expect him to fight Keith Thurman at 154. We've seen Spence on Showtime, and it doesn't look like he's been missing meals. So it's hard for me to believe that he's going to go back down to 147. I hope he does, but seeing is believing. Now, really, I'm not a pay-per-view guy. I don't really care about numbers. I just want to see the best fight the best. But these fanboys promised me that Gervonta Davis is the new face of boxing over Canelo Alvarez, but the numbers say different. 61,000 pay-per-view buys is not going to get it. And Gervonta Davis is not one of those fighters that could carry a pay-per-view. Part of the reason is piracy. Another reason is the quality of the card. And the PBC puts out trash cards. They wanted the public to pay $80 for a bunch of tune-ups with names on it. Another problem is what Tim Bradley and Andre Ward was talking about. When's the last time you see Gervonta Davis or ever in a 50-50 fight? Every opponent that Gervonta Davis faced, I had no doubt in my mind that he was going to win that fight. And all I'm hearing from the PBC fanboys, Crawford can't sell the fight, blah, 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 blah. Now they're quiet since the Gervonta Davis numbers came out, or they're going to call Rick Glazer, who has been solid for 30 years, he's lying. And like I said before, I'm not a pay-per-view guy. I don't look at numbers. I want to see the best fight the best. But if you're going to dog Terence Crawford out for his numbers, you should do the same thing for Gervonta Davis. The same energy. And piracy does affect pay-per-view sales, but Canelo manages to get over 61,000 pay-per-view buys when he fights. Canelo is a real cash cow. He can carry a fight. Gervonta Davis can't. He needs a dancing partner, and hopefully in April, he will have one in Ryan Garcia. Anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. Jay Beezy, I'm gone.